Tomboy, I'm really trying to put a positive, meaning behind the word. If people get called a tomboy, they're like, oh, no, I'm not. Like, at least for me, when I was younger and I was called a tomboy, I didn't like it because I'm like, no, I'm a girl. I just do boy things. I just didn't like the word. I didn't like being called that. But, throughout the years, I grew to love it and love myself. And I'm like, yeah, I am a tomboy, and what? You know what I mean? For people that had felt like that or still feel like that, about the word, I really wanted to put a more woman empowerment meaning behind it. The spark that inspired Tomboy actually came from myself. It was my idea to write a record about, my appearance and who I really am, like, as a person. I was in the studio with the Stereotypes and Whitney Phillips, who co-wrote on this record with me. We were working that whole week. It was a Friday, I remember. We were working that whole week, making a new song every day. We really were like, man, like, what's a good song? Like, what's a good topic that we haven't written about yet? What's something we haven't said? And I was like, well, I guess, like, we haven't really talked about, like, my appearance and me being a tomboy. Everyone in the room was like, that's it. Tomboy, that should be the name of the song. That's tight. And I was like, okay, like, I'm down. So we already had the title of the song before we even wrote the song. We went in the booth and like, pretty much freestyled the whole song. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a boss in a man's world. I have girlfriends, but I could also, I'm a boss in a man's world. I can be masculine just like you, but even more, I'm the boss. Yeah, I can pick and roll past ballerina twirl, skating through the city with my snapback on, still be looking pretty with no makeup on. I got my first skateboard when I was like 4 years old, but I didn't start doing tricks till I was like 8. I started taking it really seriously. My dad would take me to the skate parks and stuff. At the time, I was the only girl skateboarder at my skate park in my hometown. Like, that was my local park, and I was friends with all the dudes. I was kicking it with all these boys that were older than me. They were obviously all better than me too, so I got to learn off of them. They taught me how to do something if I wanted to learn something. It's a 4 quick, get a red lip, but meet me on the court, I'll ball you up right quick. If I was in order to be a basketball player, I think I would be Stephen Curry, because I be shooting threes like nothing. I can shoot a 3 with my eyes closed, bro. Like, I think I'm definitely a shooter. I can definitely like go and lay a layup real quick and like do stuff, but I'm more better on the outside of the court. Just toss me the ball and then boom, I got you. You know what I mean? So I would say I would be Stephen Curry if I was a basketball player. They be like, baby, baby, how you get so fine? But I don't do no favors for the studio time. When I started making music, I was 17 years old in a group full of older men. I know I'm not the only one that had felt kind of just like, like, where my girls at? You know what I mean? Doing no favors for the studio time. Like, nah, like, I make my bag. You know what I mean? Like, I'll pay for studio time. You can charge me however much you want an hour, but I'm not going to go and sleep with you one night just to get a free session. You know what I mean? I don't roll like that. And that also just shows like how strong and independent that person is, and that they work for their shit. They get their bag and they're just like, yo, don't be trying to come up on me right now. Like, let me let me just pay for my shit and leave me alone. You know what I mean? That's also kind of relating to, kind of like the music industry side, and just how sometimes these men and these producers kind of like walk over the females and kind of look at us like we're the weakest link, when it shouldn't be like that. My mama said marry a rich man, and I was like, mama, I am that rich man. Oh, yo, 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 yeah. What inspired the famous quote, my mama said marry a rich man, and I was like, mama, I am that rich man. It was actually the conversation between Whitney, the girl that co-wrote the song with me, and she was like, man, have you heard that Cher quote? She did an interview like back in the day. She said something about a rich man and da-da-da, and I was like, no, I haven't seen it. So she pulls up the video. And the video is the video of Cher, and in the interview telling that quote. And I was like, bro, this is like amazing. Like, this is so fire. We got to put it. So I ended up just singing what Cher said, and I put it in a song for her, and everyone loves it. Some people be thinking I stole it, and like, they're like, oh, you stole it. And I'm like, nah, I didn't steal it. I was just trying to make it become a bigger, powerful message and helping sister out. That's all it was. Oh my me, oh my God, how this girl gets so fly. I do what you doing, boy, doing it like a tomboy. I would define a tomboy today as, honestly, a warrior. Growing up, if you're a tomboy like me my whole life, you wear certain things that other girls don't. People judge you. And that was something that I had to go through. I think now, you know, as I'm getting older, I wanted to really just be like, man, like, we went through a lot. We're strong, we're independent. I would love to spread the message to every woman that feels the same and really just empower that and really make sure that that confidence sinks in their blood. If they love themselves without makeup, go and own it, girl. Like, do your thing. Like, get your bag, sis. Like, you got this, you know? So I really just want Tomboy's new meaning to just be an empowering, positive thing and not really, you know, have that negative feel to it. Solo riding, barely trying. They know to call me when they wanna get it poppin'. When I found out I am who I am and I don't really need to, you know, be that hard to like impress anybody, I was probably like in high school. Solo riding, barely trying is obviously talking about me being independent, you know, like I can have a good time on my own without being around a bunch of friends. But they know to call me when they want to get it poppin' though. They know I'm a good time. I'll pull up and you know, I'm the life of the party. So they know to call me when they want to get it poppin'. Sweet like some honey, but I always go hard. I don't like the drama, but I'll finish what you start. Sweet like some honey, but I always go hard was inspired from a freaking story that I have from when I was in elementary school. Long story short, I was playing basketball with a bunch of boys and no one wanted to pick me to be on their team, but I was like pretty good at basketball. I would probably kill all of them on the on the court. They weren't picking me and I was getting sad because I was being sweet, you know, like I wasn't being super confident, like, nah, like trust me, like put me on, come on. You know, I wasn't even trying to be hard like that. I was like, hey, if they pick me, then they gonna know what's up in a second, you know, whoever picks me. So then I was like the last person like to get picked. And then once I had the ball, oh, it was over, breaking ankles. So that was kind of like inspired, sweet like some honey, but I always go hard. I was being sweet, you know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, I'm going hard. We out, you know what I mean? I'm making sure you get the memo, yeah. I'll meet you up on any level, yeah. Independent, don't need help. Underestimate me, you'll be playing yourself. I've been through a lot of moments where I have felt underestimated. The one moment that I could think of on the top of the dome was I was younger. I was 13. I had just started making music. I was put in the hands of this producer at the time. That was my first time ever meeting someone professional in the music industry, and I kind of knew that this guy would help me out and, you know, take me to the top like I thought he would. He always was just really just like, nah, you're too young. You don't have it, you know, like you need to grow up. And like, I understand that at the time, but like when I'm 13, I had dreams of being a superstar. Like I was like, no, like I want to be famous. Like I want to be a singer. I want to have fans that follow me around, you know, like I wanted that life. That just shows that these people are doubting me. And I never liked that. But obviously it boosts my confidence, one, and my motivation to just prove them all wrong. And so I needed that fire, you know, lit under me. So I was able to be like, all right, nah, I'm not going to listen to these people. I'm going to just do my thing and work even harder now. I'll make a jealous girl my friend. I'll make an ex want me again. I got the best of both worlds. I can hang with the dudes, get pretty with the girls. I was just telling stories, like cracking jokes in the studio when we were writing the bridge. And I was like, bro, like all of like my like girlfriends that I had growing up, like they all hated me at one point, you know, like I had some sort of like beef with them because of jealousy or whatever. And I think part of that comes with me being a skater, and like if they had a boyfriend that skated, her boyfriend was cool with me. So like if I was impressing the boy because I was doing kickflips, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, I'm cool with your mans, you know what I mean? We're cool. Like, I don't want him like that. Like, go ahead. Like, you know? So girls would always give me dirty looks at the skate park if they came to visit their boyfriend at the skate park and I was like kick flipping in front of him and like we were like handshaking or whatever. Like, oh, they hated it, bro. I could just see their face turning red. It was just funny because I was like, yeah, I have that power, but I'm literally like not even trying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing me. I'll make an ex want me again. This is fucking facts. I'm cool with all my exes, honestly, but they do be crawling back to me sometimes. Like, they do be hitting me with some texts like, damn, we should kick it. I'm coming to LA this weekend. I'm like, oh, no, you better go. I kind of thought Tomboy was kind of over with. I'm like, okay, you know, like on to this new chapter of destiny. Like, what can I do now? 2021, top of the year in February, a singer named Lisa from Blackpink did a dance to my song Tomboy. She did a film to it. It's still shocking to this day. Like I get like choked up because I'm just like, crap, I can't believe she did that. I got to speak to Lisa over a FaceTime call. She was working, she was busy at the time, so I was trying to be quick and not take up too much of her time, but I got to thank her, you know, personally, and we still stay connected to this day.